No, I ain't tripping. Shit. I don't know who the motherfucker was.
Do you think maybe if once I complete Senate, then
Welcome to the 186th District Court. Court is in session. This is cause numbers
okay. It was just, it's only been like maybe
2021 CR 6260.
Okay.
State of Texas versus Lorenzo Flores. We're here today for a plea in that case. We also have 2019 CR 8415. We're here today for a first amended motion to enter an adjudication of guilt in that case. We're conducting this hearing via video conference using the Zoom application. We're also using YouTube to live stream the proceedings to keep the hearing public. Time now is 10:37 a.m. on the 20th day of July 2021. These proceedings are official. They're on the record and they're being recorded by the official court reporter. Counsel and all present are instructed to act as though you were in court, and all instructed not to record the proceedings. And if we could have the attorneys make appearances, starting with the state of Texas, please.
Lindsay Shaw for the state.
Sean Simpson for Mr. Flores.
We're going to start with the plea first. But sir, you the same Lorenzo Flores, charged by indictment in 2021 CR 6260 with possession with intent to deliver a controlled substance, pounding group 1 from 1 to 4 grams. Is that you, sir?
Yes, sir. That is me.
In state, are we proceeding on both counts?
No, Your Honor, the state's proceeding only on count 1. We'll waive count 2.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Flores, I'm going to use a function of Zoom called share screen. I'm going to show you the indictment in this case. I think I accidentally just pulled up the wrong document, so hold on for just a second.
no, maybe my
One more try, let's see. Okay. Hold up the indictment in this case for you, sir. Are you familiar with this document?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
Did you go over this with your attorney?
Yes, sir.
You understand it?
I do, Your Honor.
And counsel, do we waive reading of the indictment?
Yes, Judge, we do.
We're going to get out of share screen. I'll note that there is a discovery acknowledgement. It's been signed and dated by both sides. I'm doing the same and I make it a part of the record. Then Mr. Flores, we're going to go back to the share screen again. I'm going to show you a document. It's called the defendant's consent to plea by video conference, and scroll down to electronic signature. I'm using my cursor to circle around. Is this your signature?
Yes, sir. It is, Your Honor.
By signing this, you're telling me two things. One, you understand normally we do pleas live in an open court, but that you're consenting to do this plea by video conference. Did you understand that when you signed this?
I did, Your Honor.
Secondly, your electronic signature here, as well as all of your other electronic signatures in the plea packet before me today, you're telling me that those are valid as if you personally signed them. Did you understand that when you signed this document?
I did, sir.
I approve the consent and make it a part of the record. We're still in share screen. Now I'm showing you another document. It's called the court's admonishments. I'll scroll through because it's several pages long. Are you familiar with this document?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
Did you go over this with your attorney?
I did, Your Honor.
Did you understand it?
I do, Your Honor.
Bottom of page 3 is an electronic signature. Is this yours?
Yes, sir.
You get out of share screen. By signing the court's admonishments, you're telling me that you understand the court's admonishments and that you understand the rights are contained within it. Is that true?
It is true, sir.
And that you want to give up those rights. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
And the rights that you're giving up is you have the right to a trial by jury. You have a right to confront the witnesses against you. You also have the right to remain silent, which includes the right not to incriminate yourself in a plea today. You understand that when you sign this?
Yes, sir. I do.
By signing this, you're also telling me you understand the consequences of a plea and the sentencing range for count 1, which is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand that before you sign this?
I did, Your Honor.
I approve the waivers that are contained within the court's admonishments and make them a part of the record. Sir, we're going to go back into share screen again. I'm going to show you the plea bargain in this case. Are you familiar with this document?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you go over this with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Electronic signature to the left, I'm using my cursor to circle around. There's another one to the right. I'm using my cursor to circle around. And these are your two signatures.
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
This document details for me your agreement with the state as far as punishment is concerned, and I will let you know if I'm going to follow this part of the entry of your plea. It says that the state will only proceed on count 1. Punishment will be assessed for 2 years in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice with a $1,500 fine. There's no application for community supervision or deferred adjudication. We'll also run concurrent with the other case I called here today for the revocation hearing. And then your signature to the left here waives your appeal. Is that your understanding of the agreement, sir?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
Counsel, is that your understanding as well?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
I'm going to get out of share screen. Sir, I'm not bound by a plea bargain. I do not have to follow this. Do you understand that?
I do understand, Your Honor.
If I do follow the plea bargain, then you lose your right to appeal. Do you understand that?
I do, Your Honor.
And that's true unless I grant you permission to appeal or unless certain motions are filed and ruled upon. Do you understand that?
I do understand, Your Honor.
Counsel, any such rulings in this case?
There are none, Judge.
I do not follow the plea bargain. I will allow you to withdraw the plea and will proceed to trial as if this hearing never occurred. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
I'll note again, one of your signatures on the plea bargain waives your appeal. Are you a citizen of the United States?
I am, Your Honor.
Not, then a plea of guilty or no contest to the offense at count 1 would have serious adverse effects on your immigration status. And I'll note that you certified on the court's admonishments that you are an American citizen. Counsel, do you believe that your client has a factual, rational understanding of the charge pending against him?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Do you believe that he's been able to assist you in the defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe that he's mentally competent to waive rights and enter a plea here today?
Yes, Judge, I do.
Sir, the offense is listed at count 1 of your indictment. How do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
I plead guilty, Your Honor.
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
I'm pleading guilty because I'm guilty, sir.
Is there any other purpose as to why you are pleading guilty?
No, sir. I am guilty.
If you're going over this case with your attorney, or rather, other than the plea bargain, did anyone promise you anything in exchange for your plea today?
No, sir.
Did anyone force you or coerce you to plead today?
No, sir.
You're going over this case with your attorney. Do you believe that pleading here today is in your best interest?
Yes, I do, sir.
Does the state have anything to offer to support the plea?
State offers State's Exhibit 1.
No objections, Your Honor.
It's admitted. I reviewed State's Exhibit 1 prior to getting on the record and find that it is sufficient to support the plea. Sir, I find that your plea was freely, intelligently, and voluntarily made, that there was sufficient evidence to support the plea, and that you're mentally competent to enter into such a plea. And I find you guilty, sir. Counsel, is there any legal reason as to why your client cannot be sentenced today?
No, there's not, Your Honor.
Being no legal reason, in accordance to the agreement with the state, sir, I sentence you to 2 years in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice. There is a $1,500 fine. The time and the money will run concurrent. This will also run concurrent with 2019 CR 8415. Sir, this is a plea bargain case. I followed a plea bargain, so you do not have the court's permission to appeal. You do not have the right to appeal. Also noting you waived your appeal in the plea bargain agreement, making a certification of this for the record. I'll provide a copy of the certification to your attorney to provide to you. If there's nothing else from either side, then we'll proceed with the motion or the first amended motion to enter an adjudication of guilt. Sir, are you the same? Or Lorenzo Flores, who was placed on deferred adjudication on October 2019 for possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram. Is that you, sir?
That is me, sir.
In state, do we have an agreement?
Yes, Your Honor. For the defendant's plea of true to the MTR, the agreement is that he be adjudicated guilty and sentenced to 180 days in the Bexar County Jail As part of his agreement or his plea of true, the state is also going to take into consideration 2021 CR 6261, which is possession less than 1 gram.
You said the Bexar County Jail for the sentence. Did you mean the state jail?
Do it all in one place.
180 days in the state jail department. Yes, sir.
Okay, question again?
Okay. Counsel, is that your understanding of the plea bargain?
It is, Your Honor.
And Mr. Flores, is that your
Now, I've had a whole life change.
as well? You know, 6 months in the state jail.
I'm sorry, sir?
Is that your understanding? If we revoke you, it's going to be 6 months in the state jail?
Yes, Your Honor.
It's going to run concurrent with the other case I just sentenced you on a few minutes ago. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And then we're going to take in consideration for dismissal another case, which is another less than 1 gram case. It means it's going to be dismissed. Do you understand that?
I do, sir.
All right. If I agree to this, because I don't have to agree to this, if I agree to this, I ask that you waive your right to appeal. Do you understand that?
I do understand, Your Honor.
Do you agree with that?
I agree with that, Your Honor.
And counsel, do you agree with that as well?
Yes, dude.
Mr. Flores, I'm going to go on to share screen. I'm going to show you the motion in this case.
Okay, sir.
Scroll through because it's 2 pages, but are you familiar with this document?
I am familiar, Your Honor.
Did you go over this with your attorney?
I did, Your Honor.
Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, do we waive reading of the motion?
Yes, we do, Judge.
Or to the allegations listed on the motion that you violated conditions of community supervision, how do you plead, true or not true?
I plead true today, Your Honor.
Do you understand just by pleading true, I can find that those violations are true and revoke your community supervision?
I do, Your Honor.
Do you still wish to plead true?
I do, sir.
Find the violations are true. I grant the state's motion. You're hereby revoked, sir. I now find you guilty of the underlying offense. Counsel, is there any legal reason as to why your client cannot be sentenced today?
There's not, Judge.
There being no legal reason, in accordance with the agreement with the state, I sentence you to 6 months in the state jail. Give you credit for time served. This will run concurrent with 2021 CR 6260. Taken in consideration for dismissals and other costs. I'm going to read you the cause number and tell you the offense. If you plead true, then I will dismiss that case. Do you understand how we're going to proceed, sir?
I do understand, Your Honor.
Cause number 2021 CR 6261, possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram. How do you plead, true or not true?
I plead true, Your Honor.
That is dismissed. Sir, this is a revocation of your community supervision where you have waived your right to appeal. I'm making a certification of this for the record. I'll provide a copy of the certification to your attorney to provide to you. Is there anything else from either side before we conclude the hearing?
Just briefly, Judge, I believe you addressed it, but he does have 101 days in as a trustee. We would just ask for that credit.
Sir, credit for time served on both cases. And that will include on the motion to revoke case, anytime he's been in prior to being placed on community supervision in that case.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. This matter is now concluded. Good luck to you, sir, Mr. Flores. We are in recess and I'm turning off YouTube.